Well, hello there, and welcome to the Refresh Kitchen, where you're never quite sure what we're cooking up. Today's recipe is a spicy one, so pay close attention. And remember, the secret to any good recipe is having fun with it and not being afraid to get your hands dirty. Let's get cooking, shall we? Today's special ingredient is DAP's Plaster of Paris. And now what could we be making with that? Well, that's for me to know and you to find out. Very shortly though, because this isn't a long video. Actually, I'll just tell you right now, we're making those viral plaster pillows. That's right, pillows made out of plaster. Now, normally you see these holding delicate little tea lights, and that's cute. But we figured we'd step it up a little bit and make something a little more practical, like a coaster for this cup or that cup, or any cup you might have. That'd be a nice treat. And aren't they precious? Now, why use plaster of Paris instead of some other substrate like concrete perhaps? Well, plaster of Paris is a perfect product to cast in, and you won't be left with any of those pesky air bubbles if you do it the way we do it. And isn't this just a perfect fit?
I'm very proud and impressed and happy with myself, and I love Plaster of Paris because it made it all possible.
It sure did, and you did great. But why stop there? If we can make coasters, surely we can make things to cradle other things. So let's mix up another batch and pour it into a Ziploc bag. And don't forget to give it a good bounce, jiggle, and shake to get rid of all those trapped air bubbles. We can't have any of those. Great rhythm. Now that our bag is ready to form, we're gonna find a cozy home to help it take shape and hold its shape while it sets up. And if you haven't guessed, this one's a phone holder. And isn't it precious? Archaeologists, eat your heart out because it's time to dust off our perfect little plush phone pillows. And each one is individual and more precious than the last. So leave your fingerprint on each one and make it your own. And while we're having fun, why not mix up one more batch? And this one will have to double the recipe. It's a biggie. That's right, folks. For this one, we're reaching for the bright lights because this one is gonna be a sconce. So grab the biggest bag you can find. Oh, I don't know if we'll have enough. That was just a joke. We always have plenty of plaster of Paris on hand. Now this one requires a hole in the middle, so we're gonna press our mold extra firm to make sure that plaster is nice and thin. Yep, perfect every time. Thin as a crepe and just as delicious. Now let's wire our fixture and see if it fits. I think it will. Delicious, a perfect fit. Now with a little bit of seasoning and a little bit of garnish, I think we might have something here. Isn't it beautiful? And my personal favorite part? It really works. It lights up. And doesn't it really convey a sense of weight, as though it's pressing on our plush pillow? Look at the folds and how delicate and intricate it is. Perfectly baked, perfectly crisp, every time. And now it's not just my recipe, it's our recipe. So let your hearts go wild. Let's pour some pillows together, or don't. If you don't like them, don't even bother.